So thanks to a new trailer released at E3, we now have a new look at the Master Chief's new AI chip. Now you'll notice that there's some differences between the old one and the new one, not in visual design, but in some of the information presented on screen. As you'll notice, when it comes up, when it puts it in the slot, that is, it says weapon containment device inserted. Now obviously regular AI chips wouldn't say weapon containment device, so I believe that this is actually a new type of AI chip created specifically to capture Cortana and maybe even other AIs, since technically now they're all, well, traitors to humanity basically. And when it says no AI detected, obviously it's empty, so now either Chief's going to capture Cortana or he failed already to capture Cortana, which might explain the where the pilot is currently and what happened before the trailer. As we see the Halo ring, it's obviously damaged, and it says that the pilot says that there was that they lost basically. And while that could mean the beginning, the end of Halo 5, could also mean that humanity, because this takes place a couple of years after the end of Halo 5, that humanity tried to shut down the Halo ring that Cortana was seen activating at the end of the game, and there must have been a big battle, which blew a chunk, obviously as you can see, a chunk of the ring off completely. And this is the aftermath of the battle, and Chief was obviously part of it as he was floating in space, and could have been floating in space for some time because they have a limited supply of oxygen in the actual armor itself. So what this says to me, at least, is that humanity realized what Cortana was doing with the Halo ring. They gathered together what they could and went into a big final battle against Cortana and the Guardians. Obviously they lost, and Chief was obviously sent there with the intended purpose of capturing or destroying Cortana using this AI chip, which was probably created by Dr. Halsey. Hence why it's a weapon containment device and not just a AI chip to hold an AI. It's specifically designed to capture, contain, or destroy Cortana. Now, it's possible that Chief himself decided on a method to contain her rather than destroy her, obviously not wanting to destroy Cortana. As the trailer takes off, obviously it means the Chief failed in his task to capture her, because he was left floating in space and there was no AI on the actual device. But as we've seen in the cover art and other trailers, the AI device is lit up at some point, and at the end of this trailer it shows that he is approaching what I assume is some kind of AI core or something like that on the ring itself, which means that possibly after this trailer he does get back on the ring and does manage to capture Cortana, and he's basically possibly taking her somewhere or taking her back, and the Guardians and all the technology is trying to stop him from taking Cortana away. And that's what the game's going to be. It's going to be Cortana's going to be a prisoner inside his helmet basically. She's going to be talking to him all through the game, taunting him, trying to get herself free. And that's what the comments at the end of the trailer could have been, when she's talking about how she chose him and he was perfect, and she's trying to butter him up a little. I don't think they're going to make Cortana good again. I don't think they're going to replace her with a copy, because I think that'd be a cheap way out, and I think they know that, and I think the fans will be upset, and they're really taking on board everything that people were upset against in Halo 5. I don't believe there'll be any Forerunner AI introduced. I mean, it's possible, because all we've got so far is a few trailers. This is all speculation. I just don't see them introducing another big AI, because I think there's too many already in the story itself. I mean, you got the AI, Cortana, and then you got all the other human AI as well. Adding another one that's a big bad guy or a big good guy would just be too much, I think. So honestly, I think the AI chip is just like, the best way I can describe it is like the Ghostbusters. It's a capture device meant to contain AIs instead of ghosts. Well, that's my idea on it anyway. So this is just theory. It's just a running theory anyway. Feel free to tell me what you think or disagree in the comments below. We'll have to see what else they reveal in future trailers.